Hi, I'm Pattu from FreeFinCal, and in this video let's review the performance of HDFC Hybrid Equity Fund, or what was previously HDFC Balanced Fund. So this fund has a bizarre history. So in order to fall in line with the SEBI categorization of mutual fund rules, HDFC Mutual Fund closed HDFC Balanced, took all the money and put it in HDFC Premier Multi-Cap Fund, and then renamed that fund as HDFC Hybrid Equity Fund from 1st June 2018 onwards. Why they did it is beyond me, but they just did it because the HDFC Premier Multi-Cap had a very small AUM, whereas HDFC Balanced Fund has got about 21,000 or 20,000 crores AUM. Well, whatever reasons they did it. So the problem is that when you download the NAV of HDFC Hybrid Equity Fund from AMFI, you will get the NAV of HDFC Premier Multi-Cap up to June 1st, 2018, and after that you will get the HDFC Hybrid Equity Fund NAV. So you have to be careful when you calculate returns. If you click on the performance review link down, I will show you how there are links to explain how you can calculate the returns when you are an existing investor of HDFC Balance and then suddenly your fund became HDFC Hybrid. Also, I do not know how the star portals like Value Research are evaluating the star rating for these funds after the merger, because HDFC Hybrid now has a 4-star rating currently at Value Research. I do not know which NAV they have taken for the past. Is it the Premier Multi-Cap NAV or the Balanced Fund NAV? So that's something that is suspect, and I will not trust Value Research in this matter, and I will not trust star ratings in any case. So for this review, what I have done is I have taken the HDFC Balanced Direct Plan Growth Option from 1st January 2013 up to 1st June 2018, and then I have taken the NAV of HDFC Hybrid Equity Fund, which is the new fund after the merger, from 2018 4th June 2018 onwards, and I have then matched them together to give you this kind of a graph, and I have used this NAV history to evaluate returns. So please be careful. So for people who have who are investors of HDFC Balanced, and suppose they made a investment in HDFC Hybrid, and there was an automatic switch from Balance to HDFC Hybrid on 1st June, the HDFC Hybrid returns will be very poor. But do not take that seriously. Most tracking portals do not know how to handle this. You have to merge all your old HDFC Balance transactions with HDFC Hybrid transactions and calculate XIRR together. I have shown how to do this. You can do this yourself, or if you use my mutual fund tracker and financial goal tracker, you can consolidate such transactions easily. So let's get to the analysis. So first, let us consider the rolling return over 4 years. So in the past, if you consider every possible 4-year periods shifted by 1 day, there are about 467 4-year periods possible. So we are now comparing HDFC Hybrid Equity Direct Plan Growth Option, the pink curve, with 4 other benchmarks. So we are using Nifty 100 Total Returns, which is the red line, ICICI Balanced Advantage Fund, the green line, ICICI Equity and Debt Fund, which is their aggressive hybrid fund, the blue line, Nifty 100 Equal Weight Total Returns Index, the black line. So why am I comparing a balanced fund or an aggressive hybrid fund with equity indices? The reason is that I believe that many balanced funds can consistently outperform or at least provide matching returns compared to equity indices. And if you are worried about indexing and should I continue with active funds, active large cap, active mid cap and so on, if you choose aggressive hybrid and if you choose balanced advantage funds, then you are guaranteed of downside protection. That is, the fund will fall lesser than the benchmark. There is lower risk, as we will see in the next graph, and you will get decent returns compared to the index, and it may be even to beat the index. For example, for the last every possible 4 years, both the ICICI Equity and Debt Fund and the HDFC Hybrid Equity Fund, the blue line and the pink line, have outperformed Nifty 100 and the Nifty 100 equal weight significantly, and they have not just outperformed in terms of return, they have outperformed in terms of risk also. This is the rolling risk or the standard deviation graph. So in this case, if the line is lower, then the risk is lower. So notice that ICICI Balanced Advantage has the lowest risk, but that is because it shifts equity from direct equity up to 80% exposure in direct equity, and it can reduce some exposure, shift it to arbitrage and so on. So that is the reason, since it has a tactical asset allocation strategy, that is the reason why its risk is the lowest. But look at the risk of HDFC hybrid equity and ICICI equity and debt. They are both pretty comparable and significantly lower than Nifty 100 TRI and Nifty 100 equal weight. So you are getting better than equity indices at lower risk. What more can you get? This is awesome. So this is over 4 years. In the article I have shown 3 years also, and this is over 5 years. Over 5 years only 220 data points are available, but the pattern is similar. Again, both ICICI equity and debt fund and HDFC hybrid equity fund have outperformed considerably at significantly lower risk. This is awesome. So this is the reason why I keep saying investors should have either aggressive hybrid or balanced advantage as the core holding in the portfolio, and the rest they can have as a satellite holding. This way they don't have to worry about should I switch to active funds, from active funds to passive funds, index funds and so on. That kind of worry will not be there. The expense ratio, the higher expense ratio that you provide, that you give to the AMC in these funds compared to an index is justified, because you get guaranteed lower risk or guaranteed downside protection. That is not available in an diversified active equity fund. So summary, HDFC hybrid equity fund is a fantastic fund, just like ICICI equity and debt fund, and also balanced advantage fund from ICICI. Existing investors can continue to hold. New investors who do not have an aggressive hybrid or balanced advantage fund can invest in HDFC hybrid equity or ICICI equity and debt fund, as I have shown in my previous review. So don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Please share the review with your friends, and check out our fund reviews with a playlist link. So I'll catch you again in another video. Bye bye.